it did not sufficiently address the downtime experienced by Kenyans. The incident coming 2 years after another similar attack affected government services, which happened weeks after a renewed version of eCitizen platform was launched, denying the public accessibility to services. A group that called itself Anonymous Sudan claimed responsibility. Kenya's robust and fast digitizing economy continues to face digital threats. The fresh attacks renewing debate on the need for the improvement of the country's cyber resilience in light of the on and off attacks challenging its ecosystem. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV.
Now, the long-awaited police recruitment exercise kicked off on Monday, where thousands of hopefuls showed up in anticipation of filling the required slots. However, tens of hopefuls were turned away for not meeting the requirements, including education qualification of D+ and above, or failing the height requirement. And as Laura Otieno now reports, Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja has reported that the exercise had no major incidences and that the selected recruits will proceed for training.
Kenyan youth turned out in their numbers across the 427 recruitment centers, taking a stab at joining the National Police Service. In typical fashion, some struggled to get past the physical assessment, which featured running around the track and a height requirement of 5.8 meters for male recruits. Emotions ran high as some were eliminated during the rounds, either due to not meeting the minimum academic qualifications as well as a 28 years age limit.
Mimi hapa kila siku natolewa kwa kusema mimi ni mfupi. Kwa nini? Mimi nimeona mapolisi kama mimi wafupi. Hao watu hata saizi niko sure hawajazi namba yenye nafaa kuchukuliwa kazi, lakini mimi niko hapa niko qualified na wananinyima.
Nimekubali sina discharge. Tena nikaingia kwa line ya raia kama sasa raia juu niko qualified kwa grade. Akakuja akanitoa tena, akanitoa kwa kiwanja. Sasa mi sioni makosa hii recruitment, sioni kama ni fair.
Hata at least waandike watu zaidi ya 50. Ndio hata kila mtu ipate at least ndio kila nini, ndio kila kaunti ipate at least wapate watu wengi.
Huwa nafanya vibarua zangu, so huko tu ndo nitarudi tu, like kama nitaangukia Nyota Fund pia inaweza nisaidia kujijenga kima projects and what have you.
While assessing the exercise in Narok and Machakos counties, Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja indicated that the selected recruits will proceed for training as the service seeks to strengthen its muscle after a 3-year hiatus.
It's a reformist group that is going to join the service at the center, at the middle of reform, and we are going to continue together with them in that transformation journey.
Getting 10,000 new recruits will seriously complement the staffing challenges that we have been facing, and also it will add to our operational capacity.
Nobody should be asked to give any bribes, and at this juncture we've not received any credible evidence to show that the exercise has been marred by that malpractices.
The National Police Service aims to add a total of 10,000 officers to its service. Laura Otieno, Citizen TV.
Now, the family of John Okoth Ogutu, a Kenyan teacher who was killed in Tanzania on October 29th, is complaining of frustration from Tanzanian authorities in their pursuit to trace his remains for repatriation and burial. The family says that the long wait is taking a toll on his aging mother and appealed to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to intervene. Human rights organizations have called for the resignation of Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu, accusing her of committing atrocities, and urged the ICC to indict her. Gatete Njoroge has more.
3 weeks after he was shot dead during protests in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, the family of John Ogutu is yet to trace his body. Despite seeking interventions from the Tanzanian authorities in Kenya, they say officials have been taking them round in circles with empty promises.
It is very frustrating when we see both two governments taking us round. We've been to the Embassy of Tanzania several times. And the answers that we get from there really ni majibu ambayo yanavunja moyo sana. The government should do something, you know.
serikali ya Kenya na serikali ya Tanzania waungane wawe kitu kimoja ili watuletee mwili tupate kuzika.
With the long wait taking a toll on the family, they have criticized President Samia Suluhu's remarks on forgiveness, insisting their kin was killed yet he was not involved in chaos that erupted on the election day.
Samia Suluhu akinukulu Bible. Nami pia nitamwambia aende katika Biblia ambapo alinukuu akasome kitabu cha Waebrania 10:26 hadi 30. Na Mungu peke yake ndio ana haki ya kutoa uhai wa binadamu.
Hatutafanya mifano ya kuzika. Kitu yenye tunataka mwili ya ndugu yetu, hata kama itatuchukua miaka 10, lazima tuzike Okoth.
Ogutu's family say they are concerned with the crackdown in Tanzania after their contact in Dar es Salaam disappeared a week ago. Human rights organizations who have accused Tanzania of covering up the murders want President Suluhu prosecuted for the crimes committed during the protests.
Samia Suluhu aweze kukubali kutoka mamlakani ili tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba amechunguzwa kikamilifu, na tunaitaka koti ya kimataifa iweze kuingilia kati.
The EAC, AU and SADC must urgently intervene to restore normalcy and human rights observance by, among other things, brokering an inclusive interim administration and a truth and justice mechanism.
Gatete Njoroge, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
Let's talk about local politics now. The campaign in Mbeere North has intensified as former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and his successor, Professor Kithure Kindiki, engage in a popularity contest. The two traverse the constituency to woo voters and flex muscles to show who truly controls the Mount Kenya vote. Melito Letenges has more.
Ni fire, si fire. No mercy, no more.
Homestretch campaigns in Mbeere North are now in high gear, each candidate pulling hard to win over voters before election day. Political supremos from the opposition and government taking on each other, a battle of political heavyweights.
Mimi najua mumeamua kuchagua Karizi, ndio? Kasongo na Karida wanasema wataiba kura yenu. Mimi nimekuja kusaidia nyinyi kulinda kura ya watu ya Momenje. Na mimi Rigiji mtoto ya Maumau, nitakaa hapa mpaka Kariz atagaswe kama mjumbe wa Mbeere North.
Mkiwaona weka safe distance. Mnakumbuka wakati wa corona? Vile tulikuwa weka safe distance. Kasongo na Mutu na watu wake ukiwaona kanyanga nini mbali. After Gachagua announced he will remain on the ground to back DP party candidate Newton Karish, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has landed in Mbeere North to campaign for UDA's Leonard Wamuthende, promising the opposition a major blow on November 27th.
Sio kukuja kuturingia hapa na kutuambia sisi vile uko na nguvu. Wewe na kuambia kwamba tumefika hapa, chuma chako kiko motoni, do what you can do. And we are ready for you. And we are ready for you, my friend.
Tunataka majuzi ama tunataka maendeleo? Tunataka fitina ama tunataka maendeleo?
The political tussle between government and opposition has escalated further, with Kindiki accusing Gachagua of attacking UDA leaders from Embu.
Hawa wanaume wamezoea siku mingi kutusi viongozi. Na wanaona tukikimya wanafikiri sisi ni waoga. I want to challenge them. I want to dare them. I am in Mbeere North. I have just arrived. I am not leaving here until the 28th of November. Nataka tukutane na hawa wanaume. Mondo kwa mondo, man to man, face to face.
Political tension in Mbeere North is expected to intensify as DP Kithure Kindiki and former DP Rigathi Gachagua lock horns in the region, both vowing to stay put until after the election. The battle is expected to draw lines as to who commands the Mount Kenya. Melita Oletenges, Citizen TV.
Now, still on the by-election campaigns, a section of ODM leaders camped in Kariobangi North Ward to drum up support for the party's candidate, Michael Ouma. Led by the party chairperson Gladys Wanga, the leaders urged the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to ensure a free, fair and transparent election. Willie Lusige has the details.
With only 9 days to the 27th November by-election, campaigns have intensified, with the candidates deploying different strategies to woo voters. In Nairobi's Kariobangi, a section of ODM leaders pitched campaign tent in Kariobangi North Ward to support their candidate Michael Ouma Majua.
Kwa sababu kuna wale wametusi baba wakati alikuwa hai, na kuna wale bado wanamtusi hata wakati amekufa, bado wanafanya nini? Wanamtusi. Na ndio tuheshimishe baba, tumuonyeshe heshima kubwa, ni kupigia kura Michael Ouma Majua.
ODM leaders have also urged the government to ensure the election is free from interference, emphasizing the need for transparency and fairness.
DCC, ACC, waachie uwanja uhuru, si kweli? Tupange siasa ya ODM, watu wa DCP wapange yao na UDA wapange yao, bila serikali kufanya nini? Kuingilia.
Leaders stressed that ODM will remain part of the broad-based government in line with the vision of the late founder Raila Amolo Odinga to ensure the party supporters benefit from the government service delivery.
Tuko kwa broad-based government, hapo ndio baba alituacha. Wale mawaziri wetu wale kwa broad-based wasikuwe na wasiwasi, wafanye kazi.
We must remember, while we are in broad-based, watoto wetu waende polisi. While we are in broad-based, wapate kazi zingine. That is what Baba wanted. Hakusema watu wahangaike.
Despite some internal differences, ODM insists the party will remain strong and united, contrary to the expectations of detractors.
Na wale ambao wanasema ya kwamba ODM itasambaratika, tunawaambia mtangoja sana. Mtangoja sana. Sisi kama viongozi na wanachungwa, tutaketi pamoja, tutakubaliana kwa kila jambo na tutahakikisha ya kwamba ODM iko na nguvu zaidi.
ODM's candidate Michael Ouma is competing for the seat against Peter Kariuki Ng'ang'a of KANU, David Wanyoike of DCP, Julius Maina Njoka of UDA, and Geoffrey Owino Ogutu of the Kenya Patriots Party, KPP. Willie Lusige, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
Now, staying with politics, fresh cracks are now emerging in the ODM party over the legality of the installment of Siaya Senator Dr. Oburu Oginga as the acting ODM party leader. Some leaders are contesting the alleged confirmation and swearing in of Oburu as party leader, which took place in Mombasa last Thursday, saying that the decision was a preserve of the party's top decision-making organ, the National Delegates Convention, and not the National Governing Council. And as Emmanuel Toh now reports, the party constitution, the broad-based government and the 2027 elections are standing out as the flashpoints in the ODM as differences continue to widen.
It appears the Mombasa celebrations did little to quell the simmering tensions and cracks in the Orange Democratic Movement Party, with members now dancing to different tunes.
My duties as party leader of the Orange Democratic Movement Party, so help me
The new bone of contention being the legality of the ratification of Siaya Senator Dr. Oburu Odinga as the party leader by the National Governing Council instead of the National Delegates Convention. Article 622B of the ODM Constitution states that in the event that the party leader is unable to discharge of his or her duties by reason of physical or mental infirmity, death, resignation, or where he or she ceases to be a party member or a member of parliament, a special session of the National Delegates Conference shall be convened to elect a new party leader.
Does that mean then that Dr. Oburu Oginga is party leader unconstitutionally?
Definitely it is, because this is the constitution of the party and it can be challenged. In fact, if your nomination certificate will be signed by Oburu, it will be challenged in court. Because the constitution is very clear that you need a National Delegates Conference to elect a new party leader.
the Saboti legislator questioning the role of the existing 3 ODM deputy party leaders, whose first duty in the constitution is to carry out the duties of the party leader in his or her absence.
Why do we have deputy party leaders who cannot act as a party leader in absence of the... Why do we have them in the first case? Even in our own constitution, in absence of the president, by whichever occurrences, the deputy takes over for the time being.
During the ODM at 20 Jamboree in Mombasa, Yala Member of Parliament and former Prime Minister, the late Raila Odinga's daughter Winnie Odinga, kicked up a storm when she called for an NDC to determine who should take over the party leadership mantle.
We need to go back to the people and have an NDC and see who the people want to pick.
Ninamwambia hiyo mtoto yangu tutaongea na yeye kinyumbani.
However, in a quick rejoinder, ODM National Chairperson Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga has defended the party's decisions in Mombasa, saying they were above board.
The NGC is the executive wing of the NDC because it is known that to convene an NDC is a very, very huge exercise. So now that the NGC has ratified these officers, including our party leader, we are formally and properly in office.
Wanga dismissing the cracks in the party, adding that the divisions are proof of democracy within the party.
I think watangoja sana. Those who are waiting for ODM to break away, they will really wait, because we are, all our officials, everybody and our members are committed to keeping ODM united.
A month after the passing on of its long-serving party leader Raila Amolo Odinga, the ODM party is grappling with the realities of the life after. Internal disputes have combined with external dynamics to form a convergence of contrasting interests. How long will the center hold? Emmanuel Tor, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
And away from politics, the dualling of the 170 kilometers Rironi-Naivasha-Mau Summit Road will begin by the end of this month. Speaking when he met China Communications Construction Company President Zhang Bingman, whose subsidiary China Roads and Bridges Corporation will be building the road, President William Ruto said that the project will end decades of agonizing traffic gridlock and disastrous accidents along the road.
This month, we will be launching one of our largest infrastructure projects, dualling 175 kilometers of road from just outside Nairobi to a place called Mau Summit. And among the conversation I was having this morning is how we are going to bring in high-end engineers to work with our Kenyan engineers to build their capacity, because we are undertaking one of the largest projects ever undertaken in Kenya.
All right, we're taking a quick break here on Monday Report. When you come back, I'll take you through some more stories, get into the business news, the sporting action, and then we get into that conversation. We're calling it the holiday parenting. It's part of the series on the state of education that Citizen TV is conducting in collaboration with Zizi Afrique Foundation. And these are the people we're going to speak to. And the conversation here is beyond the school compound. How are parents supporting learning and development of their children? George Sikulu will be here, the CEO, National Parents Association. Beatrice Ogutu is Executive Director, Investing in Children and Their Societies. Dr. Patrick Chiriswa Andika is the Assistant Director, Consultancy and Partnership, KICD. And Dr. Mary Chepkemoi is the Manager, Gender at Zizi Afrique Foundation. We'll speak about that in just a bit. We'd like to hear from you as well at Trevor Mpidi at Citizen TV Kenya. Use the hashtag Citizen Monday Report. See you in just a bit.
Franklin Wala, Citizen TV.
Yeah. Yes. I'm trying to...
Now, key witnesses in the manslaughter case of Lucy Wamboi, a Kenyan lady who died under mysterious circumstances after undergoing cosmetic surgery at Body and Design, took to the dock with chilling accounts on how Wamboi met her death. And still in the corridor of justice, the hearing of Albert Ojwang's case has been set to begin on the 12th of January next year. Citizen TV's Crispin Otieno has more.
Close to a year after burial of the late Lucy Wamboi, who died due to botched surgery at the Body by Design facility in Nairobi, somber mood engulfed Kibra locals as key witnesses took to the dock to narrate harrowing accounts before Wamboi's untimely death.
back in the year 2019.
Appearing before Kibra's principal magistrate, Christine Jagi, the first key witnesses gave details on how late Wambui's health deteriorated moments after the surgery.
I checked on her, and she was saying she's feeling pain on her tummy.
Those bed sheets, what did you see on those bed sheets?
There was blood and urine mixed together and like some toilet coming out.
Okay. So there was...
If you don't... I know perforation. Perforation is making holes.
Sorry?
Perforation is making holes on something.
The case was adjourned to January 26, 2026, with 2 more witnesses expected to share their accounts.
But now this is 16.
Elsewhere, hearing of Albert Ojwang's murder case will now begin on the 12th January 2026. Prosecution led by Jason Makori, a senior assistant director at the Office of the Public Prosecution, will rely on 16 terabyte CCTV footage and 6 witnesses who have since been placed under witness protection. Among those facing prosecution is the former officer commanding Central Police Station, Samson Talam, and several other officers. The case will be mentioned on 15th December for further disclosure of evidence. Finally, in Kitale, Trans Nzoia County, Tobias Keller, husband to the Kitale missing woman Caroline Mukera, was released on 200,000 shillings bond.
Determining this matter as follows.
Appearing before Kitale's senior magistrate Samuel Mokua, prosecution failed to provide reasons to why he should be detained further.
This bail or bond terms shall remain in effect and shall expire upon the formal charging of the suspects.
Police are still piecing together circumstances that led to abduction of the middle-aged woman who reportedly went missing on 17th October 2025 while in company of her husband, Tobias Kelo Mauko. Crispino, TNO Citizen TV.
Nyamira Governor Amos Nyaribo is once again under pressure as members of the County Assembly start a fresh plan to remove him from office. The Assembly called a special sitting where a new impeachment motion was tabled. The motion, filed by Bonyamatuta Ward MCA Julius Kimwomi Matwere, wants the Assembly to consider claims of gross violation of the Constitution and abuse of office. The fresh ouster attempt comes with the governor facing scrutiny over corruption investigation after EACC raided his homes and offices while probing a 382 million shillings tender.
How many people?
Commissioner.
Honourable members, the House, I wish to give notice of motion for removal of Honourable Amos Kimwomi Nyaribo, the Governor of Nyamira County, from office by way of impeachment on the following grounds. Number 1, gross violation of the Constitution of Kenya and other laws. And 2, abuse of office. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
This week's edition of Made in Kenya, we highlight a duo addressing dietary gaps with easy-to-make porridge mixes.
This Tuesday, live from Embu County, the Elimu Mashinani Town Hall, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, continues the conversation on Kenya's education future. Education stakeholders unpack ongoing reforms and their impact on learners, teachers and the nation. Tuesday, 7:30 to 9 p.m. on Citizen TV.
Why do 7 out of 10 kids have cavities, sir? Because whatever this toothpaste has for cavity protection isn't enough. Double Habu contains clove. My mother says it contains eugenol, which is 100% effective in cavity protection. Where there's clove, there's no cavity.
Get your value pack today.
Baadaye auntie.
Mkuu, umetufikisha home poa. Asante. Pia wewe pata kakitu ikufikishe home.
Nunua any 280-gram Cadbury Dairy Milk Packs ama Cadbury Drinking Chocolate. Visit cadbury.africa uandikie someone special your heartfelt message ya kumshow thanks. T's and C's apply. Cadbury, there's a glass and a half in everyone.
Teke na Wigo Boda. Chanua Jam, fika on time at the lowest charges in town. Vaa helmet and ride in style. Ni safi, ni safe, na ni easy kwa mfuko yako. Wigo, your trusted ride. Download the app now. Ama SMS Wigo to 20425. You'll fike right on time. Wigo, your trusted ride.
We've been working with Boost through a fund called Seed Stars Africa, and that capital has been used to finance additional infrastructure. So since we started talking to Boost Africa, we've expanded our service from several areas of Nairobi. We've expanded into Mombasa, we expanded into other cities like Nakuru and Eldoret, and beyond that we're looking at how do we take the service we're offering here in Kenya and take it into other African countries.
Factory Limited has early Christmas discounts. Deca roofing tiles at 500 a piece and steel trusses at 199 per kg. Enjoy free delivery anywhere in Kenya. Call 0722-638383 or order now at www.royalmabati.com.
Welcome to the Mangu Gardens Open Weekend on the 29th and the 30th of November 2025.
Mangu Gardens boasts premium serviced eighth and quarter-acre plots located off exit 16 of the Thika Superhighway. You will enjoy graded roads, a perimeter wall with a gatehouse, power and water on site. You get to select your preferred house typology from available options. Plot prices start from 4.5 million shillings. Titles are ready and financing is available from HFC. Text Mangu to 21938 or call us on 0793 888 833.
Come, find out more at the Open Weekend.
Mom, please relax.
What you should do is call the police.
Hey man, take it easy.
She hit me with a vase.
Okay, so why didn't you defend yourself?
Why are you asking me all these questions?
There are some inconsistencies in Priscilla's statement. Wait, what do you mean?
Arturo Portilla has been detained by authorities today.
Wait, what?
My goodness, this is impossible.
It's all over the news.
All you want to see is on DSTV. Pata DSTV decoder for only 850 Kenya shillings. Dial *423# or use the My DSTV app to get the offer.
Business News brought to you by Emirates.
The best holiday ever's finally over. When you fly Emirates, your holiday isn't over until your flight is over.
All right, let's talk about some business news now. And money sent home by Kenyans living and working abroad has continued to give families and the economy a much-needed lifeline. Fresh data from the central bank shows that diaspora remittances hit 56.6 billion shillings in October, a slight rise from 56.4 billion recorded in October last year. Over the last 12 months, Kenyans abroad sent home 655.32 billion shillings, a 6% rise compared to the previous year. This money remains one of Kenya's most dependable sources of foreign currency, helping stabilize the shilling and support the country's balance of payments. However, the last bulletin also shows a small month-to-month decline. Well, the Capital Markets Authority, that's the CMA, has approved Acorn Holdings Limited plan to establish a build-to-rent development real estate investment trust aimed at expanding Kenya's affordable housing rental market for young urbanites. The 2.2 billion shilling project will see Acorn receive funds committed by 3 entities, among them Global Multilateral Organization, Private Infrastructure Development Group, PIDG, which has committed $10 million, equivalent to 1.3 billion shillings, in equity investment to anchor the new investment. According to Acorn Holdings, the move aims to provide urban Africa with rental housing solutions and is expected to unlock significant investment from private and institutional investors to expand Acorn's portfolio of affordable housing for this underserved market segment. The project will initially focus on providing rental housing for young urbanites between 20 to 30 years old who work in Nairobi. So innovations around food security and consumption in Kenya are on an accelerated growth trajectory, with more young people now coming up with ventures aimed at ensuring safe consumption and use. One such venture is Ryan's Food Kenya, whose instant uji mix is not only saving time, but also providing convenience to the ever-busy urban population. Edward Chwea visited them and tells us this story in our Made in Kenya segment.
The Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute in Nairobi South C, Benson Kawima and his colleague are milling. The last 1 year, the two have been innovating on how to conveniently consume food, the latest being their instant uji mix.
Ryan's Food Kenya is a company that is providing instant food, convenient foods, meaning that we are looking at that person who is in the busy modern lifestyle. Like nowadays, time is of essence. Whether you have a sick person at home, whether you are in office, whether you are in garage, we are providing a food that you can be able to prepare wherever you are.
Using maize, soya, sorghum and sweet potatoes as the main raw materials, Benson grinds the ingredients through a special machine at Kirdi and afterwards comes up with a proper blend using a secret recipe.
The grains are taken through the process called conditioning, which now helps us to do now the extrusion cooking, where now we subject the conditioned grain, which is already grounded into flour, into temperatures of around 240 degrees to 260 degrees. Then after that, now the grains comes out as a puffed product, and the puffed product is now milled into the specifications of an instant flour.
Here, Benson takes me through the process of making porridge from the instant flour.
4 spoons of flour.
4 spoons of flour.
Yeah. Add 1 spoon.
1 spoon of sugar.
Yeah. Mix. Then add ½ cup of milk, cold milk. Is it becoming thicker?
Becoming thicker and thicker.
Yeah. Now you can add hot water to your desired consistency.
Do I continue stirring?
Yeah. If that's it, then you can drink.
Oh, this is ready for consumption?
Yeah.
Time to test the porridge. This is actually good. Tracy Kuboka, who oversees the marketing of Ryan's Instant Uji Mix, says they have been able to penetrate the food market because of the conveniency that comes with the instant flour.
The reception has been very positive, especially once the customers understand how the porridge has been made, they embrace it. And also it's in the taste and the aroma. Currently we market ourselves through exhibitions. We're also on social media. You can find us at Ryan's Kenya on every platform. We are also in selected supermarkets across Nairobi and Thika.
Benson says, going forward, they intend to expand their production into more products and seek more partnerships to enhance value addition and improve food security.
Our future plans for Ryan's Food Kenya is to be a synonymous name for ready-to-eat foods. That is convenient foods, convenient meals in the country for every consumer.
Edward Chea, Made in Kenya, Citizen TV.
Business News brought to you by Emirates.
The best holiday ever's finally over.
When you fly Emirates, your holiday...
Let's get into the sports news then. Team Kenya made a strong start at the World Deaflympics Championships, claiming 2 medals on the opening day of the athletics competition in Tokyo, Japan. Seasoned long-distance runner Ian Wambui began Kenya's medal hunt, winning the 10,000 metres in a time of 29 minutes, 19.56 seconds at the Komazawa Olympic Park Gymnasium. Former champion David Kipchoge picked up a second medal for Kenya, winning silver in 29 minutes, 27.63 seconds, while China's Zhu Quintan closed the podium in a distant third. Kenya then won another silver medal in the 4x400 metre mixed relay. Isaac Atima, Lynette Fwamba, Beryl Wamira and Simon Menza finished second in 3 minutes, 40.05 seconds.
So I feel excited. I've been training for a very long time, and I have been able to do well in this race. And also I've been keeping up with my diet, ensuring that I eat well so that I'm strong. So getting this win has been really exciting for me. I liked it.
Let's get into football. Kenya's national football team, the Harambee Stars, have stepped up preparations for their second friendly match against Senegal to be played in the city of Antalya on Tuesday evening. The Harambee Stars lost by a solitary goal to Equatorial Guinea in their first friendly match in Turkey on Friday evening. Despite the loss, the Stars took many positives as the only goal they conceded came through a late first-half penalty. Their next opponent, Senegal, lost 2-0 to Brazil over the weekend in a challenging game. The Harambee Stars players acknowledge the challenge ahead of them, but say they are well prepared. Unlike Senegal, whose whole squad is made up of European-based players, coach Benny McCarthy kept faith in locally based players that form the majority of the squad in Turkey.
It's a statement of intent from the technical bench that everybody that is putting his best foot forward, everybody that is putting in a good shift in their respective teams can get a call up anytime. And I'm pretty sure they all didn't disappoint because Kibet got a few minutes in that match. Kevin, of course, started and played the entire 90 minutes of that particular match. And he gave a good account of himself, you know, considering the fact that this was his first international cup and against a good side that is going to the African Cup of Nations.
The national under-17 football team will begin their AFCON under-17 qualifiers on Tuesday with a match against a plucky Somalia side at the Bekele Abebe Stadium in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Coach William Muluya says this is an open group. Ethiopia have 3 points and 2 goals from one win, and Somalia and South Sudan have 1 point each and 2 goals. The coach acknowledges that Somalia is a good side with many players based in Kenya. This is a must-win match for Kenya to put them in a good position of advancing in the tournament.
But again, getting something against Somalia, it means we should defend well, because the moment you defend well, then we have a big possibility of getting goals from the players we have that can express themselves going forward.
So first of all tunafaa kuanza hii tournament na winning mentality. Tunajua tukiwin game ya kwanza inamaanisha tutakuwa tuchaingiza hiyo winning ndani yetu. So hata tukiface game ya pili hata kuwa na ile courage ya kuogopa, tutakuwa na courage juu tushawin game ya kwanza.
Moving on, over 300 swimmers from 22 teams across Nairobi, Kiambu, Laikipia, Machakos and Nakuru counties converged at the Juja St. Peter School for the Aberdare Aquatic Swimming Championship. The event, organised by Aberdare Aquatics, aims to promote swimming development in the region. Hillcrest International School emerged as the overall champion, followed by Aquashark Fin Club, with Wood Creek School taking third place. In the men's category, Hillcrest International School were the winners, followed by Still I Rise International School and Aquashark Fin Club. In the women's category, Aquashark Fin Club took the top spot, followed closely by Hillcrest International School and Wood Creek School. Let's finish off with some international tennis. Jannik Sinner saw off close rival Carlos Alcaraz to clinch the ATP Finals title with a 7-6, 7-4, 7-5 victory after the Spaniard struggled with a hamstring injury. An extremely tight and competitive first set saw no single break point conceded until Alcaraz forced a set point, after which the Spaniard had overstretched and received treatment.
All right, thank you for staying with the Monday Report. The town hall begins right now. We're talking about beyond the school compound. How are the parents supporting learning and development of their children? This is a continued series of the State of Education in collaboration with Zizi Afrique Foundation. Before I introduce my guest, and we have parents from all over. We have parents from Machakos, Kajiado, Nairobi, Bungoma, parents, teachers, also youths and students themselves in the audience. But before we get into all that, let me set the stage for this conversation we're having later on today, in just a few minutes actually. Over 15 million learners are now home for the Christmas holiday. Many parents across the country now having to contend with the reality of curious minds at home, facing a litany of dangers from physical to mental and even online safety concerns. So the question then is, what alternatives exist for parents to keep their children safe, engaged, while still connected with what's to come when the schools reopen next year? Our reporter Emily Chebet examines some of the options and the strategies that the parents are currently exploring. Listen.
At Kabasi's area of Sacho in Baringo County, Carol Chebet, a mother of 3 preteens, welcomes us to her home. 2 of her children have just completed their grade 6 assessments, while her son is preparing to join grade 8. During this long holiday, she says she is using the break to strengthen discipline and responsibility at home. As the girls help in the kitchen and the boy feeds the livestock, she believes the routine will help keep them occupied, away from unsafe distractions.
Children are very good imitators. If we don't show them how to participate actively in the community work, at home, and even at the society, they may fail to get the exposure and even to fit in.
When they are not involved in household chores, the girls attend a youthful-based program run by the local church. Rosaline Cheromit teaches them crocheting and other core life values.
Watoto wenye wanawacha shule juu ya kupata mimba. Na hiyo ni shida moja imeletea wazazi shida sana. Kwa sababu watoto wakitembea ovyo wanaenda kila mahali kukutana na marafiki wengi. Saa hii kuna watu wa boda ndio wanapoteza watoto sana. Ndio tunaona kwamba tukae karibu na wasichana.
In Narok County, where early marriages and teen pregnancies remain a challenge, similar activities are underway. Here, girls are engaging in beadwork and sewing, passing time while building important life skills.
Niko na watoto kama 10 na iko pale nyuma. Nimelipa mahali wanakalia hapo. Na pia wangu wako. Najifunza mashini, anajifunza kushona shanga.
Tunawaelezea venye material inaitwa, kukata hiyo venye tape measure inatumika. Wanakuja kama hakuna hawajui.
Justus Nyabuto, an assistant chief from Kisii County and a parent himself, is urging families to take their roles seriously to prevent school dropouts come January.
Nimeita baraza 2-3 hivi, tumeongea na wazazi, tumewaambia watoto wao wakae kwa nyumba, ama kama hawana kitu ya kufanya wakae tu wakiangalia hata watoto wenzao mahali wako.
And as rural areas find alternative engagements for learners, parents in urban areas have now contend with safety concerns in towns. Many school-going children are exposed to tech devices, unavailable parents as they attend to their economic activities while the dangers of urbanism lurk. But beneath the daily routines throughout this long holiday, there is a deeper concern. Many parents say they have not interacted with the senior school curriculum and have no idea how to prepare learners who have just completed their junior school assessment.
We even don't know how to get ready because even the children themselves feel that they have just completed the pre-primary examinations. They are not aware on what to get ready for.
Education officials maintain that materials for grade 10 are being finalized and teacher training completed. But for parents in rural areas, information gaps remain large. Grade 10 marks the start of specialization under competency-based education, where learners choose pathways in arts, sports science, social sciences, or STEM. The ministry now says results of the KJSEA assessment will be out on December 11th, with placement to senior school expected shortly after. Emily Chebet, Citizen TV.
Now that story sets the stage for our conversation. Let me introduce my guest, starting from my immediate left. We have Dr. Mary Chepkemoi. She's the manager gender at the Zizi Afrique Foundation. Thank you for making time. Next to her is Patrick Andika, assistant director consultancy and partnership at the KICD. Thank you for making time. Next to him is Beatrice Ogutu, executive director investing in children and their societies. Asante for making time. And last but not least, George Sikulu, CEO, National Parents Association. Thank you for making time. And Sikulu, I'll start with you on this. So what are some of the specific actions do you believe that parents should take to support children during the school time?